Jamie.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a last man standing match and is for the Pro Wrestling Ontario Openweight Championship!
Kevin, what this main event is really a shame because the rightful champion, Jonny DeLuca, tried to stand right by his mentor, one of his most beloved friends, Tarik. He tried to do right by him. He already gave him a title shot. And now it's escalated to this. He tried to do the right thing. And now Tarik wants to make it personal here, a last man standing match. He needs to teach him a lesson. The measuring stick here at Pro Wrestling Ontario. How many more chances does he have to get? He's lucky that Jonny DeLuca is a man of honor, a champion of honor, that he agreed to this match.
Jonny took the easy way out against Tarik. Again, this has been a theme tonight. You got to get your eyes checked.
The last
got to get some glasses because you're clearly not seeing
the last
what
man
everyone else
standing
is
match.
seeing.
Agreeing to a last man standing match is the easy way out. Jonny DeLuca didn't have to give Tarik another title shot.
The reason this is a last man standing match is because there is no easy way out. There is no way Jonny can fiddle with the rules, can distract the referee, can use a championship to get the win. There are no rules. There is no pinfall, no submission. You must incapacitate your opponent to the point where they cannot answer the 10 count. That is the only thing these two men are focused on.
Jonny DeLuca has too much to focus on because you guys keep trying to stack the deck against him.
Stack the deck against him?
Yeah. You turned your back on him. Hamilton turned your back on him. All Jonny DeLuca has ever tried to do is deliver the best performance in the ring possible.
Jonny turned his back on the people, Chris. These people were the reason he became openweight champion in the first place. These are the people that made him who he is today. And Jonny turned his back on every single one of them, Chris.
Please.
And let me finish. Jonny is absolutely delusional. He is what is wrong with BWO today, and as impartial as I generally try to be here tonight, I pray to God Tarik does what he should have done in the beginning, and that is show Jonny who the real top dog is in Pro Wrestling Ontario. Tarik is going to show Jonny that he is the one who knocks.
Tarik is definitely one of the top competitors in all of Canada. I take nothing away from him. I'm one of Tarik's biggest fans outside of professional wrestling. I look forward to seeing his matches because I know every match he's going to deliver. But Jonny DeLuca has got what was owed to him, what he deserved, what he worked for. And you want to take that away from him for what? Because he hurt your feelings? He didn't do it the way that you wanted to? Jonny DeLuca did what he needed to do.
Let me clarify something for you, Chris. Nothing in this business is given. Nothing is owed. You get what you put into it. Jonny DeLuca put himself so high above everyone else. He doesn't believe he needs to work. He doesn't believe he needs to show up. He believes that title is his and only his. And Tarik is going to give him a rude awakening here tonight in this last man standing match. Mark my words.
That's why I'm going to have to disagree with you. Who's holding on to that championship? It's Jonny DeLuca. He didn't work hard for it. You don't just come into the PWO Openweight Championship, Kevin. You work your butt off. You work your ass off. That's what Jonny DeLuca did. And you fans here at Hamilton and Germania Club, you saw it with every performance. And then what you want to do? You want to boo the man?
If he gives us something to boo, you boo him. If he gives you something to cheer, you cheer him. Jonny DeLuca is who he is, and I will never disparage who he is. But when you show who you are, you give people the ability to tell you their opinion. Jonny doesn't like what the people think of him. That's his problem.
Well, it's a two-way street. You don't like what Jonny DeLuca has to do for himself? Jonny DeLuca is trying to continue to move up in professional wrestling.
And I will give him that, but you got to do it the right way. This is a business built on respect. Let's take it down to Jamie for the official
In
introduction.
this last man standing match, a fall will be scored when a competitor has been down and the referee reaches a count of 10. The referee's count can be stopped if the wrestler is in a vertical position with both feet on the ground. Introducing first, the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, weighing in at 205 pounds, Mr. Punch, Kick, Chop, Introducing next from Hamilton, Ontario, weighing in at 195 pounds, he's your Pro Wrestling Ontario Openweight Champion, Mr. Electricity, Jonny DeLuca.
Can you feel that, Kevin? Can you feel it? You can feel the electricity in the building when Jonny DeLuca gets inside that ring. That's why he is called Mr. Electricity. That is why he is a two-time PWO Openweight Champion, Jinx. Holder of the gold here. Historically, all these beautiful reigns, all these defenses. And you know what? I have to give it to Jonny DeLuca in this matchup. I have to give it to him. He has to go against all these fans, not just against Tarik, but against everybody in this building. Not only does he have to overcome that, but he has to go by Tarik's rules. He didn't want the last man standing match. Tarik did. So this plays into Tarik's home field advantage. This is Tarik's kind of match. He's Mr. Punch, Kick, Chop.
But if Jonny is as tough, as powerful, the top dog that he says he is, why wouldn't you want to show everyone that you can beat your former mentor?
He signed the contract.
In one of the most violent matches.
He signed the contract. He's in the ring right now. He's not backing down.
No, but you're saying he didn't want this match.
It's not his match. The champion didn't call the match. The champion didn't set the stipulation.
Sometimes in life, you're given a dish that you don't necessarily want. Just because you don't like fish doesn't mean you won't eat it. And now, oh, big chop from Jonny, taking it right to Tarik. This is when everything's going to come to a head.
That was a chop, and there was a punch. What about a kick now from DeLuca on Tarik? I'd love to see it.
Well, September 18th, 2022 is arguably when this all started. The night these two men, alongside Kyle Boone, became trios champions. The start of a legacy that has led us to this moment. This relationship between these two men that has been up and down. They've traveled together. They've fought each other. They have fought side by side. But now, with the top prize in our company, we're truly going to find out who the better man is.
Kevin, you said it yourself. It was 2022. What year are we in now? 2025. How much more does Tarik have to teach Jonny DeLuca or Kyle Boone? How many more lessons do they need to learn? They've learned all the lessons. One guy's in the love romance of his life, and the other guy is the open weight champion.
Both of those are Jonny, because Johnny's in love with himself, right?
The fans here should be in love with Jonny DeLuca and every
They were,
performance
and he
gives.
squandered it. Tarik now in control, taking Jonny for a tour of the ring. Oh, overhead punch right there. Johnny's regretting that he signed that contract at this point. Oh, blocks it just in time, raking the eyes, all legal here in this matchup.
How do you know what Jonny DeLuca regrets? Jonny DeLuca regrets nothing. He is the greatest champion in PWO history.
If you get hit by Tarik, you'll regret anything that brought you to that point.
I don't want to cross paths with Tarik. I respect Tarik.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Well, who doesn't?
I just wish you respected the people.
I respect Jonny DeLuca and all his effort, everything that he's given to this company, which you fail to recognize.
I will always give Jonny credit for his athletic ability. But what I cannot get behind is this attitude that has made Jonny who he is today. Now just these repeated blows to Tarik in the corner. Jonny trying to keep a methodical pace here, stopping Tarik from building up that momentum that makes him just so dangerous.
Call it what it is, the champion's pace, the champion's advantage. Jonny DeLuca has things in control early on, and the champion's looking good. You're lucky Brad Myers isn't laying a 10 count right now in this last man standing, because Tarik isn't standing at all. Unless Jonny DeLuca brought him to his feet right in front of our very eyes, Kevin.
Well, Tarik was right by the ropes. Arguably, he could have used those for leverage, hence why Brad Myers, senior referee here in in PWO, one of the very best in the business, did not start the count. If you knew the rules of wrestling better, you might have understood that, Chris.
I see the rules.
I used to like you, man. What
I
happened?
see the rules get bent here every show, and you just want to turn a blind eye and play favorites.
I don't play favorites. I call it like I see it. You're the one who's always up the rear end of the foundation, up the rear end of Jonny DeLuca.
Because these guys are going uncredited.
Nasty backbreaker from DeLuca.
Tilt-a-whirl style, lucha libre style. Jonny DeLuca, student of the game, studying wrestling styles from around the globe, and we're seeing it here on display at the Germania Club.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, the referee will stop the count once the competitor is vertical with both feet on the mat. One knee doesn't get that count broken up here. Tarik, beautiful vertical leap right to the side of Johnny's cranium.
Great agility from Tarik, and I personally felt like he was using that 10 count to his full advantage, using that time to regain all that energy that he might have been expended already in this matchup. Tarik likes to go toe-to-toe here, and we're seeing this on display.
That's why you sit in that front row there. You get the best view possible, unless you're Brad Myers, of course.
VIP here, you get your money's worth. Tarik not done.
Tarik seemingly losing count there, not happy with 10, going for 20. Jonny didn't pay for that ticket. He's got to get out of that seat. We got paying fans.
Jonny DeLuca is the reason why all these fans are in these seats to begin with.
I would argue they're here to see Tarik kick his head off. Oh, now Tarik once again, right to the chest cavity of DeLuca.
First it was punches, then it was kicks.
That's something that's gonna change your heartbeat, that's for sure.
Change Jonny DeLuca's heartbeat. He has the heart of a lion. 100
How can you
beats
say
per
that
minute.
when we had the Crimson Lion on the show earlier today?
100 beats per minute. He puts his heart into everything he does. There's never been a more passionate competitor here at Pro Wrestling Ontario than Jonny DeLuca.
You know what, Chris? I will agree with that. I will agree with that. With how Jonny looks at these fans, yes, there's a lot of passion there. I will not disagree with that. Jonny going in, ends up on the apron. Tarik here, getting the better of Jonny, tying him up on that top rope. It could be time for some chops here. And the fans are calling for it.
And
Each one hurting more than the last.
And not only with that, though, Kevin, with DeLuca upside down, all that blood rushing to the head, he is going to be dazed and out of it. See, again, this match continues to play in favoritism of Tarik here.
Favoritism? There are no rules in this match. This doesn't favor anybody. Arguably, this would favor someone like Jonny, who likes to go outside the rules a little bit.
Is that why Jonny DeLuca took 20 fists in the head, close fists? That's going outside the rules?
Yes. Yes, it is. Grabbing a handful of Jonny's hair here again. Perfectly legal in this matchup. Brad Myers only here to administer the 10 count.
That's right. Brad Myers needs to stay out of it.
That's what he does. He looks on, he makes sure the rules are followed.
Who else is looking on backstage? Kyle Boone?
Oh, we have assistant referees. And I'm sure anyone who's looking to get the next shot at the openweight champion, whoever that may be.
Who's that,
Maybe
Crystal Moon?
Could be Crystal, could be a number of people.
What happened when Crystal Moon fought Jonny DeLuca?
Well, we're about to find out what happens when Tarik has a chair in his hand. Jonny has no idea. Ducks the chair just in time. Throws it right into... Oh! Great reaction from DeLuca. Sling blade! And just flopping around like a Magikarp right off the waterfall.
I want to touch on something here, Kevin. You talk about how DeLuca needs to bend the rules. Who brought the steel chair into the ring?
Well, Tarik, of course,
Yeah.
but again, this is a no-rules matchup.
Oh.
It's perfectly legal.
So it's okay when Tarik does it, but not when Jonny DeLuca does it.
It's okay when Jonny does it in this specific situation. Stop twisting my words around, Chris. Oh, big missile drop kick. Tarik's gonna feel that one into next week.
Did you see the precision in which Jonny DeLuca delivered on that drop kick?
Oh, right in the chest there, shooting the wind right out of Tarik's lungs, as well as knocking him down to the mat. That's a 2-for-1 right there.
I'm glad that you could admit it. Maybe when Jonny DeLuca watches this match back, you could finally understand that Kevin Caligari today, on this day in history, May 31st, gave it up to the champion, Jonny DeLuca.
I hate you. I hate you, Chris. No, you're fine. Ducks the title there. Discus, elbow. And Jonny is loopy at this point. This could be Tarik's moment. Sends Jonny into the ropes. Takes him up. Pop-up kick. Right to the back.
He's still standing, and it's a last man standing match.
And now, time for that backpack stunner. Shockwaves up the spinal column.
Tarik needs to get back to his feet so Brad Myers can lay that 10 count on. This is not good for Jonny DeLuca. We could see a new champion here tonight at the Germania Club.
And everyone will rejoice.
Everyone will rejoice. You don't know who's watching here for Jonny DeLuca.
I'm sure Jonny still has some supporters around, but that's,
he has some supporters.
It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
It's called Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's who is Jonny's supporter. He's on speed dial. You saw what happened.
Dwayne Johnson has Stockholm Syndrome?
No, he's one of Jonny DeLuca's biggest supporters.
Well, be that as it may, one person who is not a supporter of Jonny DeLuca is Tarik, giving him another seat in that front row. Ooh!
See, that's completely uncalled for. This isn't power. This isn't a power slap fight.
It's a last man standing match. It's all called for, Chris.
Oh, let me guess. Jonny DeLuca deserved it.
I didn't say that.
That's right. You're supposed to be impartial.
I do the best I can, all right? If Jonny would get out of my face in that locker room, maybe I'd be impartial.
Do you ever think that maybe you should give the champ some time to prepare?
He comes up to me and just starts calling me an imbecile. I don't even talk to him in the locker room.
Yeah, because he's heard the things you said on commentary.
What, talking about his athleticism?
No.
How great of a wrestler he is?
Trying to say that he's taking shortcuts. That's what you've been saying.
Because he is! And in a last man standing match, there are no shortcuts. Anything Jonny does, Tarik can do right back. Perfect.
Tarik might
this
put
situation.
the champion right through that screen there, but luckily for them, they're going down maybe into the washroom here.
We're going to try to keep an eye on this, ladies and gentlemen, but we only have one viewpoint. This could be difficult, especially if these two men end up in the parking lot, fighting here among the fans.
Underneath the balcony area, the action's really spilled out into the floor here at the Germania Club.
These fans forming almost a mosh pit around them, all trying to get a good view of the action, a better view than we have right now. But now here comes Tarik.
Back into the ringside area with the side headlock applied from the challenger.
Oh, Jonny looking like a bag of Doritos now.
Yeah, that's uncalled for again. Trash on the champion? That's extremely disrespectful.
Well, if Jonny's gonna go around and tell Tarik he's trash, Tarik's gonna throw the trash right in his face. And now I think we're about to go, oh, they're coming up here, Chris.
Well,
they're coming up to the
the
production area.
So guess what?
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
What happened to Jamie? He got hit and now they're gonna come up through the commentary booth?
This isn't a Spanish desk, but thank God they're not coming to us.
Yeah, last man standing. He's gonna throw him out of the goddamn balcony here.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen something like that happen, Chris.
Yeah, get some control. Where's security?
You can't control a last man standing match. These are absolute pandemonium. The craziest matches in wrestling history have been conducted under these rules.
And there's a fire emergency exit door. Imagine if they went out there off that balcony, that fire emergency exit. Imagine if
Jonny almost being pushed over that barricade, that balcony.
Yeah, he's gonna commit murder here at the Germania Club.
Well, I don't know if that fall's big enough for murder. Maybe a bit of maiming. Now these two men fighting up here on the upper level of the Germania Club. Tension reaching a boiling point here at the One Who Knocks. Thank you for joining us, whether you're here in person, whether you're watching at home on IWTV.
And fans are watching on their feet here with anticipation.
Jonny!
Oh my Lord!
Jonny's almost going over. halfway over that balcony.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
They might both go over. They're each gonna pull the other down.
Well, that guardrail's not even that sturdy. You know how old this building is?
That is a 25-foot drop directly to a hardwood floor. No padding. This is a bad situation.
Who is going to be standing after that in the last man standing match?
Well, if I had to take a guess, whoever goes over that balcony may never stand up again. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing our best to stay with the action, but as they move through the arena, it gets very difficult to get a good eye on what's going on here.
Action is spilled out everywhere. Fans are to their feet, and the ring announcer, Jamie Franchuk, he's even up here. He hasn't learned any lessons, has he?
Oh, these fans all watching on in awe, a hush falling over them, waiting for one of these two to be thrown over that balcony. Is that where we're going? No, Tarik coming back towards us now. He's got a handful of Jonny DeLuca.
Well, if he throws him down this flight of stairs, it's not going to be good.
Oh, no.
There's beer bottles everywhere. There's chairs everywhere.
I don't have insurance for this kind of thing.
No one over there.
Apparently, all four corners here in the balcony at the Germania Club. Action is really out of control here.
Oh, now fighting just outside of our production area on the other end of the balcony here. And he's got a handful of garbage, sending Jonny directly where he belongs.
Thankfully, they did not destroy the commentary station here because we are trying to keep up with all the great action in this main event here at the One Who Knocks. It has been an incredible event, and we're heading into the summer here, and it's going to be one of the biggest summers here at Pro Wrestling Ontario.
You know, Chris, I love my job. I love standing up here, calling the action with you as much as I hate admitting it. But anytime you're seeing two competitors that hate each other as much as these two do, anytime they're coming towards the announce table, that is the absolute most terrifying situation we could possibly do.
Well, we're way up here in the Eagle's Nest at the Germania Club, and these guys went into the backstage area. We're going to try to keep up with the action as it continues to roll to all four corners onto the stage here again. The champion DeLuca, though, now in control. Double sledge to the back as they come down that ramp. And what is Jamie doing?
Well, Jamie's staying with the action. He's got to call.
What is he doing?
He's got to call when the match ends. A last man standing match could end at nearly any moment.
Well,
Jamie's got to be there.
Has learned no lessons, and that is do not get on the bad side of Jonny DeLuca. You thought he would have learned that the first time.
Please, Jonny learned his lesson. He assaulted Jamie, and then Jamie had an all expenses paid cruise, all on the dime of Jonny DeLuca's legal team.
Yeah, how many Zoom calls did you guys have?
One or two.
Yes.
He didn't take me with him. Couldn't. He took his wife.
Reversal there from the challenger, Tarik.
And goes in, trying to go for that pre-workout elbow. Jonny's ready for it. On the apron. Tarik rolls right out of the way just in time, and we've seen this before. He is in position. Time to leave the hangar. Tarik crashes and burns.
He really paid the price there, hard on his back. And you can see Tarik's already got one of those shoulders heavily taped up.
Landing right where wood meets steel. That is a bad position. And now Jonny using the apron, very intelligent, trying to make sure Tarik has nowhere to go and no way to defend himself from this assault.
That's right. You said the correct word there. Intelligent from the champion, Jonny DeLuca. He went right on top of that heavily bandaged shoulder.
Yes, I did, Chris. Game recognized game.
That's right. Give credit where it's due. Jonny DeLuca, the two-time openweight champion.
But is Tarik about to become openweight champion for the first time in his career? Not if Jonny uses that steel chair!
He didn't need to use the chair.
Didn't need to, but yet he goes back to, where did Tarik go? Tarik, almost lifeless under the ring there.
Tarik's had enough. He's about to be counted out in this last man standing match.
Up to a count of 4, almost at the halfway point. But Jonny not allowing the match to end yet, bringing Tarik up to a vertical base. The punishment continues.
I'm going to have to disagree with the champion, Jonny DeLuca there. He should have left Tarik lying right there. He should have never brought Tarik to his feet. To me, that could be a critical mistake there from the champion.
And this is where I have to disagree with you. Johnny picking up Tarik there shows exactly what Johnny is trying to do here. He could have taken the easy way out there. He could have let Tarik stay under that ring and answer, or not answer that 10 count. But Johnny brought him up to a vertical base to show him that he is the better man. That is one of the few things I've seen Johnny do that I actually respect. Face first into the wall goes Tarik.
Finally coming to your senses, Kevin. Finally recognizing Jonny DeLuca has to do what he has to do, just like everybody else.
I always recognize talent, Chris. I stay impartial, but when someone's getting in my face, I'm gonna give them a little crap, right? Johnny is an old friend of mine, and I am disturbed by the person he's become. Sorry for being honest.
If you were a real friend of Jonny DeLuca, you would have stood through him, stood by him through his darkest hour.
If he was a real friend, he wouldn't have stole my diet soda.
Tarik is in a lot of trouble. He's trying to crawl away from the champion. He has had enough.
Both men now up on that stage, and this could be a very bad predicament for either man.
How many times have you seen Tarik in this kind of situation?
Well, Tarik is very well known for finding a way. And there it is! Hits the mist! Something I haven't seen from Tarik, I think, ever. But that's all it took to get Tarik back in this matchup as these two fight on the stage right in front of our Tron. Tarik possibly going for a detonation kick on the stage.
Oh, whoa, whoa. If he slammed one on those chairs, there's absolutely no give. And we've already seen that ramp break here many times.
On Johnny! Right on the knee with that reverse sling blade.
Tarik went face first. Great officiating from Brad Myers in there to check on these both combatants. Front face lock now from the champion right here on the stage.
What is... Oh! Right on the hardwood. Absolutely no give.
DeLuca needs to stand up right now so Brad Myers can count him to the count of 10.
Johnny returning to the ring, thinking he has this match won. And we're about to find out exactly what Tarik is made of.
Up to the count of 3. And see, Jonny DeLuca was a sportsman. He was a gentleman. He went to the ring and he left Tarik alone.
A gentleman.
He knew Tarik can't take anymore.
A sportsman.
Yes, that's his mentor. Remember that. He's learned under Tarik. So he understands that Tarik can't continue.
Well, up to a count of 7. Tarik has very little time to get vertical here.
That was some leniency there from Brad Myers because he sat down on the ramp. He was already up to the count of 7, count of 8. He could have been counted out right there.
No, but if you can't stay vertical, it's not going to get you a win here in this last man standing match. Now both men fighting ringside. Johnny unloading on Tarik. A hush falling over this crowd. Tarik responds.
This has been an absolute war, an absolute slugfest between these two guys. This has been personal. You mentioned it. It was from 2022 to now. It's been brewing over years, over years, over years. And Jonny DeLuca wants to put that behind him. He wants to put it in the rear window.
Well, this could very well be the final chapter in this years-long story between these two former friends, former mentor and mentee, and now long-time rivals.
What you're seeing is that the master has taught his apprentice everything there is to know, and now the apprentice has surpassed the master.
The mentor taught the other everything they know, yes. But did he teach him everything he knows? Tarik always has something ready to go. You can never count out Mr. Punch, Kick, Chop.
One of the hardest hitting competitors. You saw it right there. One shot just drove the champion down to the canvas.
Ooh! Johnny with that knife-edge chop. Tarik with a forearm. Another. Third. Tarik is relentless. Now Johnny rebounding back, off the ropes he goes, and a boot right to the chest.
And this I consider a mistake from the champion again. You do not want to go blow for blow with Mr. Punch Kick Chop. super kick.
No, many have done that, tried, and lost. Just ask Matt Cardona. Tarik into the ropes by Jonny. Goes up, trying to go for that Blue Thunder. Tarik has a scouted big pump kick. Right to the mouth.
Tarik should have just left him lying right there.
Springboard, going for that disaster kick into the Blue Thunder bomb. Great recovery from DeLuca. But I saw him favoring that knee. Is he at 100% now?
Great position, great main event that we're seeing time and time again from Pro Wrestling Ontario. The kind of action you can only find right here at the Germania Club month and month and month again as the years continue to roll on for Pro Wrestling Ontario. How many more years are we going to see Jonny DeLuca as the open weight champion when Tarik gets counted out right here?
Or the question is, how much longer is Jonny going to be open weight champion?
Well, he's holding the title right here. He's going to shine it up nice. He's going to deliver a present to his good friend and mentor, Tarik, right here in the center of the ring.
Well, Brad up to a count of 8 now. Up vertical. Takes him up. Detonation kick!
And DeLuca could be seriously hurt.
Both men now down on the mat. Brad checking on both. We might be looking at a double count coming up here, Chris.
I was going to say, what happens in a last man standing match when both men can't stand, they can't continue?
Why don't you tell me what happens, Chris?
History will be made right here at Pro Wrestling Ontario time and time again, and I'm here to witness it live and in living color right here in the observation deck of the Germania Club.
You're a crazy person.
No, I am telling my truths here.
Your truth, thank you for saying it. DeLuca up on one knee, as is Tarik. DeLuca up first. Forearm. Another. Both these men shot for shot now at this point. This could be a mistake for the champion.
I agree. This is not the way the champion wants to go here, toe-to-toe with Tarik.
Clubbing blow right to the back. Jonny might be about to go for the double dose here. Tarik in position.
If he connects, this
Slingshots.
is going to be it.
Tarik, though, goes off. It's with the disaster kick.
Both
Shot right
guys.
to the midsection.
Both these guys know each other so well.
It's all the time they've spent, not only on the same side of the ring, but on opposite ends of the ring. There is almost nothing the other can do that they won't have an answer for. That is how you get the best, most interesting pro wrestling matches. And you can only get them here at PWO. Tarik with a nasty chop using Jonny's momentum against him.
And after DeLuca just went to the Maritimes, after DeLuca just went to the West Coast, a representative of Pro Wrestling Ontario, DeLuca's schedule with that championship has been relentless, Kevin.
You can see Jonny favoring that one leg. Could he be looking at maybe a quad injury at this point? We haven't seen Jonny get vertical in quite some time. Is he going to be able to answer this 10 count?
Quads and hammies. He's all beat up. He's all punched out. He's all smashed in the mouth.
And Tarik now introducing a steel chair. Jonny up to a vertical base here. Tarik wasting absolutely no time.
This has been an incredible main event. The champion, though, on the top rope, straight right hand from Tarik.
Placing that chair. Oh,
this is going to seal the deal.
Stunner with a chair right across the throat. This could be it.
I don't think DeLuca is going to be able to get out of this, get up from this.
Tarik with authority, delivering that backpack stunner, using that chair
with authority, with a weapon. That's what he used.
That weapon's name is authority. But now Jonny having a very hard time answering this count here. I think he might be having some internal bleeding at this point. Brad Myers up to a count of 7.
7. 8. Come on, Jonny.
Is the era of electricity over? No.
The era of electricity. You could feel the electricity as he came to his feet.
Oh, pre-workout elbow in the corner. Busting up Jonny just a little bit more. Could we see another backpack stunner? No, Jonny desperate to get out of this match now. Oh, and now using the steel post! Right to the leg of Tarik, both legs. Trying to take out the educated feet of the challenger. What is... duct tape! No! And you talk about Jonny not taking the easy way out. How is this not the easy way out, Chris?
There's nothing easy about what has to be done here. He didn't want to do this to Tarik. Tarik's the one that wanted this. Tarik escalated to this level. You think that he wanted to do this to his mentor? No.
You're blaming Tarik for this?
Absolutely.
These men are competitors. They are prize fighters. This is their job.
Tarik is the one that made it personal.
I would say it was Jonny, but you know, different strokes. Brad Myers restarting the count here. Looking on, not agreeing with this direction for DeLuca, but
his feet taped, he is going to be unable to answer to that 10 count. I don't think he's going to be able to break out of it.
Here comes Crystal Moon!
Oh, sticking her nose into some business that doesn't belong to her.
Tarik had her back a couple of shows ago. Crystal simply returning the favor.
No, Crystal's putting herself into the limelight again at Jonny DeLuca's expense.
Well, she's had her issues with DeLuca in the past as well. All those misogynistic comments DeLuca made towards the First Lady of PWO. And now finally getting some revenge on the current champion. Even playing field now, Tarik with the pre-workout elbow.
Even playing field, it was 2 against 1.
What
match are you watching?
Detonation kick! DeLuca though, still vertical. Tarik, second rope. Death by Tarik!
Wow, and he crushed him. He crushed him.
Is that the maneuver that's going to make Tarik finally become the open weight champion? We were just a few seconds away from finding out, Chris.
The maneuver that was going to help Tarik become the openweight champion is a couple of cheap shots from Crystal Moon.
Hey, Savage, can we get a new partner for the next show? This guy's a little too biased, thank you. All right, this match continuing on here. Tarik ready just in case Jonny answers it. And right back down goes DeLuca.
Count was broken, though, for the champion. It was great thinking here from DeLuca, but at the expense of his own physical well-being. Look at him favoring that leg, favoring that knee. And you want to say that Jonny DeLuca didn't give everything here?
Oh, you want to talk about giving everything? Tarik probably could have got the win right there, but no, he wants to do it on his terms. It's not just about the title here. It's about teaching a lesson to the one who betrayed you.
Maybe Jonny DeLuca realized that their tag team formation was really all about Tarik anyways. And it was never about Boone. It was never about DeLuca.
And that's your problem here, Chris. Tarik gets it. Tarik knows it's not about what wrestling gives you. It's about what you give back.
So, I'm sorry, man. I am not sorry, bitch.
Sorry, not sorry here from the challenger.
Great words from Tarik, really telling Jonny everything he has wanted to tell him over the past 2.5 years. Second rope, is this gonna be enough? Death by Tarik, no!
Too many times for the challenger.
Oh!
That was legal. That was perfectly legal.
Now Jonny grabbing a hold of that open weight title that these two men are fighting for, right to the head of the challenger, and that could be the end of Tarik's night right there.
That is called sweet, sweet revenge and payback. Tarik brought that chair into it, and the champion brought the title into it.
But Jonny telling Brad, no, not yet. Because don't start that count.
He's not done yet.
But this could be a mistake.
This is a message to Tarik. This is a message to Nathan Savage.
Trying to go for that rolling face buster, and he got it.
That's it. That's right. Count it.
Jonny wants to end this on
not a
his
slow
terms.
count either. Count it.
That rolling face buster that's put away so many people in recent months since Jonny has started utilizing it.
And it's going to be one more name on that list. Tarik's going to be counted out right here.
Well, I can't remember the last time I've seen Tarik in this position here, nearly motionless, up to a count of 6. Tarik has got to get moving, or this is going to be the end.
He's not moving at all.
Of his opportunity to be open weight champion. Tarik, yes, still in this.
At pure instinct that Tarik is running on.
I don't even know if Tarik is aware this match is still going, but his body sure is.
Jonny DeLuca does not want to let go of that championship. He cherishes it.
And all you ever did was hold me down. How can you be claiming to be better than me when I've held this twice and you've held it none further? I'm going to end you, Tarik, because that's how your story goes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we talk about all the things Tarik wanted to say. What about all the things DeLuca wanted to say? That's been building up for years.
Well, he's getting the opportunity here. Tarik, you say trying to hold him back. I say Tarik was holding up the next generation. Jonny would not be a 2-time openweight champion if it wasn't for what Tarik taught him. Big knife edge chop here. Grabs a hold of the gold now. Takes it to DeLuca.
Wow, the champion is not looking good at this point, Kevin.
On Tarik, this is gonna be it. On the title, death by Tarik. This has got to be it. Face first on that gold championship.
Will this be Tarik's moment? Tarik has been working for this for years here at Pro Wrestling Ontario. You talk about measuring sticks, Tarik has been one of them, and this could be his night right here at the One Who Knocks.
A former trios champion, a former open weight challenger, a former Iron Cup finalist, and now Tarik is the open weight champion.
Pro Wrestling Ontario Open Weight Champion,
Tarik! 2.5, nearly 3 years, Chris, of this BS going on, and finally, Tarik has done it. His destiny is here. The era of electricity is over. We are now in the era of punch, kick, chop.
BS, will you sit down and show some? You're supposed to remain
I'm showing
impartial.
respect to the new champion.
And hats off to him, he deserved it. He worked his ass off. This is one of the most dedicated competitors in Pro Wrestling Ontario, working out in the gym. He deserves it.
He deserved it, and he earned it. Tarik, former openweight champion, and now, or former trios champion, but now the top dog in this company. The measuring stick is on the top of the PWO mountain.
Unfortunately for Tarik, he now has the biggest target on his back here at Pro Wrestling Ontario, and I'm sure Nathan Savage has a people lined up at his office right now. Someone who wants to sign the contract, who's going to be first in line for that championship matchup. And you know that Jonny DeLuca is owed a rematch. It's going to be in his contract. It's going to be in his clause. And these two guys are going to meet again inside this ring one day, sooner or later. Jonny DeLuca is going to get his opportunity to be a 3-time openweight champion. But tonight is Tarik's night. Congratulations to him. Hats off to him. We'll see how long he can hold on to the big one here at Pro Wrestling Ontario.
Well, the target's on his back. They're all lining up for an opportunity. Tarik is going to take on every comer. We want to thank you for joining us here at the One Who Knocks. I've been Kevin Caligari. He's been Chris Crucifix. Congratulations to the new champion. Good night and Godspeed.